Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me on my weekly live stream video. Today, I have a special guest. I have a good friend of mine who is actually a mortgage professional to help us, just kind of tackle down some of the questions that people might have about the rising interest rates and how this can actually affect the monthly payments. And also, I wanted to share with you guys one of my listings. This is actually a home that I have for sale. And we thought this would be a really great example to show you what some of these special incentives could do for you to help keep the monthly payments lower and possibly even help you with some of the closing costs. So with that in mind, let me just go ahead and bring up Amy Corob with First Coast Mortgage Funding. Hey, Amy, welcome to the show.
Hey, Angela, how are you?
I'm great. I'm glad that you were able to join me today.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, of course. You called me a few weeks ago about this listing because obviously you're sensing the same thing that I'm seeing, where buyers in this price point specifically. This is actually a listing that I have at $340,000. And in this price point, we see a lot of sensitivity with the interest rates. And with the rising interest rates, this could make a significant difference in a monthly payment. And when we were chatting about that, you reached out to me and said, hey, we've got this great incentive that could possibly help with some of the closing costs on the house. So I wanted to share that with anyone that might possibly be interested. So tell us a little bit about what's that about.
Okay, actually, excellent. So we are feeling, what realtors feel out there, what buyers are feeling, we mirror that as well. So we're trying to do what we can to help everyone out there. So one of the things that we're doing at First Coast Mortgage Funding is offering a listing incentive. It is a concession to the buyer that's given by the lender. So by using a preferred lender like First Coast Mortgage, we are able to, in this particular listing, give you $3,000 towards the buyer's closing costs or prepaids to help with that rate buy down. Closing costs or rate buy down, I apologize. So what does that do for your buyer is it allows them to be able to take this monthly payment and make it a lower monthly payment if that's how they choose to apply those credits, to make it more affordable. And it could be something that they apply towards buying down that rate, or as I mentioned, towards their closing costs if they're maybe more conscious on that cash to close amount.
That's fantastic. And, I really do see how that could be beneficial because, with the rising rates, I think some people were prepared for a certain monthly amount on their mortgage, just as recent as here, June and July. And, just within the last few weeks, we've had some significant changes to that. And now those monthly payments could be as much as $200, $300, $400 more, depending on various different things. Like you were saying, some of these things have to do with the type of loan program that they're in and their ratios. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes. So depending on whether the borrower is going conventional or FHA, that will make a difference, as to how much this $3,000 credit can help them. Also, being a broker versus a retail lender, we have access to a lot of different products and better competitive rates than a normal retail lender has. So even just from starting from the beginning at a regular market rate, our rates are usually lower. So when you add this incentive on top of that, it's really giving that buyer more of a purchasing power on this particular home, for example, to help them get their payments where they want them to be, but also taking advantage of a great opportunity here. I mean, this is gorgeous. Is it brand new, right?
It is brand new. Actually, the story about the house is it's a gorgeous brand new construction in St. Johns County. And I always like to lead into that because I know that's like the preferable or one of the preferable counties to live in here in Northeast Florida, right? It's associated with a better school district, with a great lifestyle. This particular home is located in St. Johns County. It's actually in Hastings, Florida, which is it's kind of like an equestrian type of area. There's great big lots. There's a lot of land that comes with this home. And even though it's a smaller home, it's only a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, brand new construction. It sits in over an acre of land. And there's so much that you could do with that. It also is located in an area where there is no CDD and no HOA.
So that means they can add like their RVs if they have them, or all those fun things that you don't have to worry about with HOAs.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you've ever had anyone come up and say, hey, I want to live in a community that has no HOA and no CDD, so I can do whatever I want. Occasionally I get one or two of those. And these are kind of hard to come by because, you know, what they're looking for is kind of like, you know, something that doesn't always match with brand new construction. But in this case, it does. And this was actually a home that my client, the seller, had initially bought, you know, as her retirement home. The intention was for her to live in it. And as life would have it, you know, sometimes there's some twists and turns, and she's now relocated. So we have this home that's move-in ready. So brand new construction that you don't have to wait for it to get built. You know, you could close as quickly as your mortgage is processed. And over an acre of land with no HOA, no CDD in St. Johns County. Price-wise, we're well below the medium sales price for St. Johns County. I just checked it right before I got on the video, and we're at $555,000 is the medium sales price for a single family home in St. Johns County. And this one being in the same county is only priced at $340,000.
And coming from the lender perspective, when we're talking about monthly payments, those CDD fees and HOA fees affect your debt to income. So by not having those, again, this is can get you into that payment that feels comfortable to you, as well as in the state of Florida, you know, home insurance is a little bit crazy right now. Being that this is so new, you're going to have some savings on that that monthly payment. So again, you know, when you look at purchase price, you have to look at everything. How new is the home? Does it have these extra fees? Because you might find something listed a little bit lower, but the payments might actually be higher because it has those additional fees, or it's an older home. So looking at something like this, it does have a lot of positives because it's going to be able to save money for that buyer.
Absolutely. And, you know, we could certainly make the process super easy for you. And I do have a lot of realtor friends in my network, you know, whether it's here on Facebook or on YouTube. And if you're working with anyone that this could be a good fit for, please reach out to us. The process could be as easy as just getting this buyer pre-approved. Amy could do that over the phone, or, you know, as easy as we can make it for them. You know, as far as, you know, whether they're here personally to see the house, or if we can show this. I know a lot of people sometimes buy from out of state. You know, that process we can also facilitate by just simply doing everything electronically. There's a lot of different things that we could do to make this easy for the buyer. But I just thought by having this video, we can definitely reach out and make sure that everyone knows, you know, this is one of those opportunities that, you know, I'm sure is going to make a family really, really happy. I just want to make sure that we connect with them.
Yeah. Great listing.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Amy. I really appreciate it. I'm sure I'll have you back on our weekly video show sometime very soon.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
You are so welcome, my friend. And until next time, my friends, please remember to be kind to one another. And wait, because I have to send you off properly with the proper goodbye. Okay, there it is. Until next time, please remember to be kind to one another, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.